The story of Halo 2 it's the story of Halo 1 told from the Covenant perspective.
Halo's story is one about salvation. It's a story of warriors with not a lot of options who have their backs up against the wall.
How much further must we heft this baggage?
In Halo 1, we focused on the humans' perspective, their fate at the hands of the Covenant, but we never really got too much into the Covenant side of the story itself.
Arbiter is a real challenge to the story because he's not the chief, he's not human.
Release the prisoner.
As the player at the start of the game, you don't realize that you're actually going to play this elite general who's been disgraced, but you get this quick glimpse at, that's the flip side of what happened to the Covenant at the end of the first game.
Halo's destruction was your error, and you rightly bear the blame. But ultimately, the terms of your execution are up to me.
I am already dead.
A couple levels into the game, you realize, oh my God, I get to play this guy.
People identify with humans. People care about humans more. So we really have to put the Arbiter in a position in the story where he matters and where the player cares about him.
You want to look at this guy and you want to see that, wow, he's just as cool as the Master Chief.
What would you have your Arbiter do?
This time around, it's essentially we're telling two stories that simultaneously. We're going back and forth from level to level.
Way over 90% of the time, there's going to be the player who's not paying any attention to the story. He's writing his own story. It's basically just an action movie. That's really a challenge in a game. Like when you stop the game and give the player your dose of the story, and you've succeeded when he's not thinking of those two things as different anymore.
What we are doing now in Halo 2 is so much more in depth. We're bringing so much more character to each one of the entities.
For the sacred icon has been found. With it, our path is clear, our entry into the divine beyond guaranteed.
This new character here is the Prophet. They wanted some guy who is omnipotent looking and, really powerful. Looks like, but really old and fragile.
Prophets are the ultimate bad guys.
Were it not for the Arbiters, the Covenant would have broken long ago.
In Halo 2, we are really making a bigger effort to give each one of those characters their more animalistic behavior, something that's more true to the actual character themselves.
He's just this big, brutish guy who is just, you could probably equate him to, a really badass biker you met in a bar and crossed the wrong way.
Brute is more of a combination of a gorilla type like face, and he's got a skin of a pachyderm. The Mohawk. We were trying to think of a way to distinguish the Tartarus from the rest of the pack, and main bad guy in Gremlins 2 had a giant white Mohawk, and that worked extremely well. Everybody realized, who was the boss. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's a cool character.
I think Tartarus is someone who you really will, at the beginning, trust a little bit, but then end up loathing, and I think putting a bullet in his head is going to be extremely satisfying for people.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
The Chief was extremely robotic. In Halo 1, I've made him a much more, not sappy, emotional character, but show some cracks in his armor. Explain a little bit more about his relationship with Cortana.
Apologize, but we're going to have to make this quick.
You look nice.
Thank you.
And his relationship with another character, Miranda, who we're introducing, the daughter of Captain Keyes from the first game.
Commander Miranda Keyes.
This is a much more human story.
Smile, would you? Well, we still got something to smile about.
Master Chief, pretty much the consummate professional. Does his job, walks off, doesn't even get the girl. He's that cool. He doesn't need her.
Your pal. Where's he going?
This game's about making a hero of everybody who picks it up.
I'm really excited about the moment where the player puts down the controller and says, oh man, that was so awesome. I just beat the crap out of him.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
And it's just fun. It's a great universe. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to live there, but it's fun to visit.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.